What's going on? We back with the Boxing Clinic and more touch. We're gonna go live at least 2 times today. I really want to shoot for 3. We're squeezing it in. Definitely squeezing in. You see the topic, man. We're gonna get it in real quick. One time. Shout out to everybody out there that's supporting the page, man. Everybody donate to PayPal and Super Chat. Don't forget we got the new college sports page popping off. Me, Cali, and College Sports TV. Links in the description. S1210 College Sports Most Wanted. Had to get that out first. And you know, Mikey, could he be going to the zone after Rob Reacher Jr. fight? I'm pretty sure that's all dependent on if he beat Rob Reacher Jr. And I keep hearing talks of Keith Thurman might be sliding over there too. I mean, it's inklings of that coming, you know. And if Keith does, I mean, obviously Keith don't care what we think. You know, Keith been doing Keith. He don't care about the ridicule, the backlash, of how everybody thinks he holding up this this welterweight division. And if he slide over there, dog, I wouldn't be surprised, dog. Seriously, I would most definitely not be surprised. You know, I won't be surprised. So if Keith Thurman legitimately goes over to the zone, you know, it wouldn't shock me. You know, hoes pull a hoe move. You know, that's what hoes do. You expect a hoe to do what a hoe do. You know what I'm saying? And that's whole things, man. What's going on, Renee? What's going on, DAZN? What's going on, Bracy? Yeah, we in this thing, man. We in here. But obviously Dana White was up for boxing, and he had a show last night with UFC, and Dana White has gone to boxing. He been negotiating with Mikey damn near this whole year, trying to get him to sign us up for boxing. I don't know if he gave up or not. And Eddie Hearn said that him and Mikey will return to talking, or a deal could get done if he, you know, beats Rob Reacher Jr. And Mikey does. But, you know, does Mikey like having the independence? You know, does Mikey like being an independent fighter? You know, and, you know, I remember the second offer, Robert Garcia said that was a very, very good offer to Mikey Garcia, but he's still making more with Al Heyman. So, you know, Eddie is going to have to put a lot of great business deal in there for Mikey Garcia, not for fight. Keith Thurman, you know, he ain't got to pay Keith Thurman that much. You know what I mean? He ain't got to do much for Keith Thurman. If he get Keith Thurman $3 million a fight to tune up for 3 fights, Keith Thurman taking that $9 million all day. Keith Thurman don't care if we tune in to see him or not, because Keith Thurman tired of the ridicule and he don't care about the ridicule and the backlash. Keith Thurman obviously is a human being that marches to the beat his own drum. So I would expect more likely of the Keith Thurman variety, Keith Thurman to go to the zone before I respect Mikey Garcia to go to the zone. Because all you're hearing is Earl Spence fight and this fight. But in all actuality, why would Mikey go fight Earl Spence when if Eddie Hearn is going to give him big money and he like to cherry pick his fighters anyway, you can cherry pick who you want to fight on the zone. You know, and make some good money in this situation with Mikey Garcia. Because Mikey Garcia don't have nowhere to go at 140 or 135 without Lomachenko. The other 2 champions that's not entering the World Box Super Series tournament, Jose Ramirez and then Maurice Hooker versus Alex Cededo, whatever that guy's name is, excuse me if I butchered it. They both Top Rank affiliated right now, other than Maurice Hooker. So obviously Top Rank ain't gonna do Lomachenko. They sure gonna do Mikey and Jose, even though Mikey brother trains Jose, and they sure not gonna do. If Cededo get that title from Hooker, they're sure not going to do Mikey and Cededo. So, you know, at the end of the day, none of this shit has shocked me, you know. But the zone is announcing, I think it's, hold on, let me check my calendar real quick. Let me check my Palm Pilot. I ain't doing nothing. Anybody know Cat Williams? Oh, it's next week. Okay. The zone is announcing next Tuesday, not this coming Tuesday, but next Tuesday. And this week, tomorrow, I'll be doing a Pacquiao Lucas Batiste prediction show as well. But like I say, man, they can have Keith Thurman, Keith Urban, Mikey Garcia, Mikey from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the zone. I'm not paying for it, bro. Well, Keith Thurman came back to the United States with his wife, you know, last week. But this week, he came back to the United States. So he here, you know. And another indication that Keith Thurman could be jumping ship to the zone, okay? I'm not saying this is true. This is speculation before somebody like to take my words or don't listen to them or just read the title and don't know how to really read. Take this for how you take it. Sean Porter, Danny Garcia is potentially moving to September 8th. Keith Thurman was supposed to come back August 4th, all right? But they changed it to September 8th. So a lot of the brothers told me, I don't expect Keith Thurman to be on the undercard to Sean and Danny Garcia. So that will mean Keith Thurman, if he ain't going to be on the undercard, and I sure don't think he's going to be on the FS1 or Fox prelim card. Fox more likely, but I don't see them having two Fox cards that close together, August 4th and September 8th. If Keith Thurman not going to fight on September 8th and the DAZN actually kicks off the American broadcast September 22nd, do the math. Keith Thurman legitimately could be assigned to Eddie Hearn in the DAZN. Eddie Hearn said he had signed 3 champions. Arthur Beterbiev is one. All right? Who are the other 2? I'm also taking for the grain of salt as well, too. He said that he ain't signed a Golden Goose, and I would consider Keith Thurman a Golden Goose, you know. So, or maybe he's just saying that to mislead us, but if Keith Thurman not going to come back on September 8th, and he ain't going to fight on the undercard of Sean and Danny or the prelim card or the main event, I think you could take it that Keith Thurman may sign to the DAZN. So you don't fall out your seat or choke on your water or choke on your pop or whatever. You know, if you see Keith Thurman, you know, July 17th, when they announced the DAZN price in the United States and announced the 8 fighters they signed and 3 world champions they signed, I wouldn't be surprised if Keith Thurman walked on that stage. Obviously, we won't see Mikey Garcia because he fights a week later, well, a couple weeks later versus Mikey Garcia, okay? So I wouldn't expect to see Mikey Garcia on that stage. Because Mikey Garcia got an obligation to fight with PBC and Al Heyman for July 28th for Robert Easter Jr., excuse me. What's going on, Anthony Davis? No, I watched the English fight. I wasn't impressed by English, which I'll get to that in a minute. But if Mikey do go to the DAZN, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you know, I wouldn't be too shocked. You know, I wouldn't be too shocked about it. Not at all. You can't be shocked. I mean, it is what it is, man. If that's what he want to do, we can't get mad for another man making the right move for their career. Nazim the Dream said Thurman might come back. He said he might come back. He don't have that same Spence heat on his ass. Yeah, because he won belt. He won less belt, but if he is still affiliated with Premier Boxing Champions and Al Heyman, that heat gonna instantly. Soon as he get into the public eye, the heat gonna be hot. Because remember, he came back from the pause, and he came back for the Rios and a Garcia card, and Sean Porter was pulling up on him. The fans was pulling up, telling him shit. Fred from Barbershop was asking why he ain't more active. And Steven Espinoza was trying to play Captain Save Thurman. You know, he was trying to play Captain Save Thurman, but it said that he coming back September 8th. But now that Danny and Sean is moving to that September 8th date, it's just a little bit fishy. You know, as soon as Keith Thurman come out the bushes and come out the woodworks and be at the opening press conference for his tune-up fight, it's gonna be on like hot popcorn, man. It's gonna be on. Mikey is superstar. Will fight anybody going to be interesting. Mikey ain't no superstar, bro. He ain't no superstar. He on his way to being a superstar, but he ain't fought nobody to be no superstar yet. You know, if he beat Errol Spence or he beat Lomachenko, he could be a superstar or close to superstar. But ain't no superstars in boxing. Not named. The only guys that's a superstar in boxing, that's Joshua in the UK and that's Canelo Alvarez. That's it. Ain't no pay-per-view ticket pullers no more, man. But Mikey can be that. But Mikey definitely gonna dog walk Robert Easter Jr. Dog. He gonna beat the fuck out of Bunny. I hate to say that though. But yeah, he got superstar talent. He do, but not above 135. He don't. Mikey Garcia look like dog shit at 140. Straight dog shit. He need to let his body mature at 140 some more. But all the top fighters at 140 going into the tournament or they were top ranked. So he go up to 147 and fight Spence, like Black Fight fans say. It's gonna be like your dog getting hit by a truck. You see your favorite dog get hit by a truck. And that's exactly what it's gonna be. What up, Michael Johnson? That's exactly what it's gonna be, man. It's going to be seeing Mikey Garcia. A lot of y'all guys love Mikey. I like Mikey too. But he better not fight no Errol Spence right now. Because if Lipinets can bust that face up like that, Earl only need 3 rounds. I guarantee you, it's probably 3 rounds or under, dog. It's not a good look for him right now. I'll go fight Keith Thurman if I'm Mikey Garcia before I go fight Errol Spence. Seriously, dog. I go fight Keith Thurman, man. He probably can get Keith Thurman. If he just jabbed to Keith Thurman's shoulder and elbow, Mikey Garcia probably can stop Keith Thurman. If Keith Thurman looking for a way out anyway. Really, Keith Thurman really probably want to get him belts up and move up and get away from Earl Spence. But if he move up, then he got to deal with Charlo. He got to deal with Hurd. So if Keith Thurman had a way out, what's going on with Takara's box? If Keith Thurman had a way out, he'd be out. You know, but he been looking for a way out for 2 years now, 16, 17, and now. You know, Logan Down Gather said Keith Thurman trying to pull that shit, knowing Spence fights on Showtime. He doing everything he can avoid. If he do that shit, dog. If Keith Thurman go to the zone, dog, that's gonna man. You gonna see niggas posting videos like Joshua and Wilder. That's all you gonna hear for a week straight, dog. You might hear it for 2 weeks straight. That shit gonna break the LDBC, YTBC, and everything else. And even the Keith Thurman fans, man, if motherfuckers rationalize Keith Thurman jumping ship to the zone, I don't even know what to say. But somebody did make an interesting point. He said somebody said, what if Keith Thurman used the zone to just tune up, and then when he done with the 3-fight deal with the zone, come and fight Errol Spence? But the problem with Keith Thurman is this: Eddie Hearn can set all the dates he wants to for Keith Thurman to fight. Keith Thurman only been fight once the last 2 years. Once in 16, once in 17, and once in 2018 probably. So, like I said, man, Errol Spence should never wait on Keith Thurman to fight Terence Crawford, dog. I'm serious. The zone is pretty suicide. And then also about the zone as well, too, is what people don't know about the zone is this, too. With the zone, Eddie Hearn is saying he want to counter some of the questions. And as far as the zone is, it's on the app, and you know, streaming boxing is starting to become the future. But he says, you know, if they project to do 200,000 homes, I don't know, 200,000 people from here to fucking Mississippi and to New York and back on the East Coast of the Midwest, that's gonna buy the zone, and that's gonna care about buying the zone without football and the rest of that shit on there. But hold on, let's take it back. But he says that they want to partner with a Showtime, ESPN, HBO, whoever it is, to show the fights on tape delay later that day or the next day. So this is what he's talking about. If Mikey fights, let's say he fight Lomachenko, we know that ain't gonna happen on his own. He fight Lomachenko right now at 5 o'clock, and the fight in at 6:29 and 6:30, 6:45. Around 10 or 11 o'clock, he want to put the fight that's on the zone on HBO hypothetically, and do a tape delay and put it on the next day. So why would I buy the zone when I know I can see the fight a couple hours later on HBO? You know, like I said, it's none of these. It's not fights like Joshua and Wilder or Earl and Keith. They're not giving you fights like that. Like you just gonna go ahead and have a knee-jerk reaction and have buyer's remorse and just pay for it and support the zone. You can legitimately see Mikey versus a trash can man or versus Vagabond fight later in the day too. So you ain't got to pay no money to see the zone. You gonna see the broadcast on HBO, ESPN, and Showtime. And if they get it, then and then if you don't got Showtime or whatever, you can get the stream a little bit later than that. So after they stream. So at the end of the day, Eddie Hearn know this shit ain't gonna be a success, man. You can see in all the articles that he's talking about. See, how can you have Mikey Garcia on the zone, and who else you gonna get to fight on there? Obviously, the guys that you have to target will be guys with no promotional deal, you know, or lower tier guys, or you're gonna have to get PBC guys. But obviously, PBC guys ain't fucking with you because you couldn't sign Charlo, Broner, or Spencer, none of them. My question is, if Keith Thurman and Mikey do fight, which is just an alleged rumor right now, who do they fight on the zone? And like I said, for Mikey Garcia's sake and Keith Thurman's sake, it makes sense. It's just a rumor, and rumors going on, but it makes sense. And why it makes sense is Mikey Garcia, outside of Lomachenko at 135 and 140, he don't have nobody to fight. So why not take Eddie Hearn money and fight bums and just, you know, collect bank on the zone? And then your fight gonna be shown on HBO, ESPN, and Showtime anyway, whoever they tend to partner up with. And for Keith Thurman, you need to tune up. So why not take a 2 or 3 fight deal with Eddie Hearn and take $3 or $4 million per fight and tune up versus whoever you got to fight for you. You know? And then if you get sanctioned to a mandatory, you know, and then Eddie Hearn, he got $1 billion, he should be able to win. He should be able to win the purse bid, right? Since Eddie Hearn got $1 billion to play with from the zone, he should legitimately be able to win the purse bid. So if they got mandatories, Eddie Hearn going to have to win purse bids to keep his fighters on the zone. Get to the comments, man. 3 fights to tune up will be 2020 before he considers that BS. Yep. If that. He's been fighting. Keith Thurman been fighting once the last 2 years, man. Probably once this year. That's Mr. Gathers. United Boxing Talk. Taxi already said Thurman will tune up. He already lost to him, and the amateur says he moves too much. Are you talking about Mikey Garcia? Who you talking about? Oh, Bud. Yeah, Bud. Yep. Yeah, he did. He said that whole camp say Crawford was running too much. Mr. Mont, what's going on? Thurman, a front warder. He'll try to take Mikey head off in the first few rounds. But if Mikey can survive that, he has a chance. Word up, Thurman better stay away from Hearn. Yeah, man, that's that. He don't care about the backlash though, Tax Tat. Keith Thurman don't care about what we think. You know, Keith Thurman posts something on social media, say something, and all the time he used to jump on our threads and shit, say what's going on, and I want to fight this guy. He was so adamant and so raw in the beginning. Now he can change. He don't care what the fans think. DAZN the Dream. If he goes to the zone, shit, you know Thurman is running from Spence for real. You will never see Floyd leaving Showtime for the zone. Floyd on a whole different tax bracket though. But hey, but if he do, man, I'm wondering what's gonna be the Keith Thurman fans trying to rationalize that shit, man. What's gonna be the excuse? Well, for fans saying Keith Thurman ain't scared of Earl Spence at that point. See, I like Keith Thurman, man. I used to think Keith can get Earl a while ago. You know, I still think he possibly could though, but I don't think he got. If he do this shit, man. And like I said, a lot of different people. There's a lot of speculation as we get closer. As we get closer to you know, getting to the July 17th day where they announced his own United States. Eddie said he got 3 fighters. The only thing that made me think it's not Keith Thurman is that he said he don't have a golden goose yet like Mikey. And I think Keith is well known, just like Mikey is, will be considered a golden goose. So that's the only thing that stopped me. But if he do, man, be prepared for motherfucking channels just to be all over this shit like White on Rights, man. You know, if he do this shit and Keith Thurman and Blue Blood Sports, shout out to my brother Blue Blood Sports, he gonna be in the building on July 17th, I believe, when Eddie Hearn announced the zone. He gonna run up on Eddie, ask him the tough questions. So if y'all get an opportunity to go to Blue Blood Sports, man, go ahead and donate to the homie. Go to a super chat when he go live, so he can have that support, man. Because my man's just like me. When we go to these fights, we front our own money. You know, we cover this boxing shit. We building websites and we streaming and stuff, man, using whatever we using and the internet just to keep it water. Yeah, we using our own money for that, man. Mostly, you know, because YouTube don't pay what they used to pay. It used to be $100 for YouTube for every 1,000, I think thousands of views you got. It's cut in half. It's well below that, man. So, man, when you donate, man, you donating for a good reason. So, you know, for him to get around, get these interviews, and if y'all truly want me to start getting these interviews and going to more fights, man, like I said, it's gonna have to be a donation, man. I got a PayPal. If I ain't going live, you want a super chat, the best way is the PayPal link is for real, you know, because, you know, that's untaxed. When you go to the super chat, they tax that. That's why you see Ticket TV turn off the super chat, man. You know, if you go to PayPal, that's straight. That's a nonprofit. That's a donation. But like I said, man, with Mikey, like I said, I wouldn't be shocked. And then he could put Mikey on Keith Thurman. That's what I was thinking about looking at United Talk. I think it was United Boxing Talk question. You know, he could put Mikey and Keith Thurman on. You know what I'm saying? They can get to their third fight or the last fight in their deal. He could put Mikey on the zone, and people will buy the zone to see Mikey and Keith Thurman. People that ain't truly anti Eddie Hearn. You know, people that really don't hate Eddie Hearn and really don't know about him, casual fans. Because Mikey bring casuals and Keith Thurman bring casuals. So if he can sign Mikey and Keith Thurman, I mean, shit, you can put that fight on if Mikey truly want to go to the welterweight. You know, he could take some attention off and Shine the Danny winner versus Errol Spence. But like I said, that would have to be the #1 duck move in the history of Keith Thurman went over to the zone. See, Mikey, what's going on, Jose? See, Mikey, I ain't mad at, man. Because legitimately, Mikey don't have nobody to fight at 35 other than Lomachenko. And we know that ain't going to happen with Bob Arum while he's still ticking. And he ain't going to have nobody to fight at 140 because both of the champions that's available outside the World Boxing Super Series tournament is top-ranked fighters. We know Bob Arum ain't going to try to make Mikey Garcia no money. So You know, unless he want to go to 147 and commit career suicide versus Errol Spence, or he want to just take a soft touch versus Jesse Vargas or something like that. All right. But other than that, man, you know, Keith Thurman, that will be over Riddick Bowe ducking Lennox Lewis. That'll be a bigger duck than Joshua ducking $50 million almost. I think it'll be close to that. Maybe one of the biggest duck moves in the history of boxing, dog. Because think about it for a minute before y'all say that ain't a bigger duck move than Anthony Joshua, all right? Think about it. Keith Thurman been avoiding Errol Spence since he was 15-0, bro. Since Errol was 15-0. He been avoiding Errol since he was 15-0, okay? Then he goes for fight once a year when the competition get tough. 2016, he fought Shine. He pushed the fight back, saying he had a car accident. They said there was no police record or no insurance claims on the car accident, according to Kenny Porter. Then the next year, he fight Danny Garcia, claimed he had an injured shoulder before that, injured arm before that. You know what I'm saying? So as far as close, when Errol Spence started to gain some traction and some heat, he started to reduce the number of fights. You know, and that's the truth. So you add all that up, and then him jumping shit from Al Heyman to Eddie Hearn in the zone, that's a big Doug move, man. And that's a Doug move that nobody gonna forget him for, because if he signed a 2-3 fight deal with Eddie Hearn, that legitimately could take him to 2022, bro. Keith Thurman fight once this year, once in 2020, once in 2021. Man, that's 2022, man. If he keep fighting on the pace he's been fighting the last couple of years, man. Legitimately. You know. Andrade is perfect for Eddie. Hell yeah. Eddie'd be a fool if he ain't on the phone with Demetrius Andrade, bro. You know, he'd be a fool. You know, he'd be a fool. Jose right, man. I wouldn't pay 2 cents for the zone. Skip Eddie. Yeah, there you go. But casual fans that don't know no better would. Mikey is not going to the zone. He said he was talking with Dana White 6 months ago also. Mikey talks with everyone like a good boss. Yeah, I just mentioned that. You came in at the tail end of that. You came in at the tail end. Just started from the beginning. You're right, though. I'm not saying that he ain't going to the zone. But I'm saying after the Easter Junior fight, he's going to sit down and talk to Eddie. And I mentioned that he's been talking to Dana White for a while. But if the money right, why wouldn't he? Because he ain't got nobody to fight unless he want to go get knocked out by Errol Spence. Because that's what's going to happen. You know, I thought he was going to run up on Terence Crawford. But Bob Arum will make that fight. I think Bob Arum will make that fight versus Mikey and Terence Crawford, bro. Bob Arum will make that shit. Because he know Crawford gonna beat the fuck out of Mikey Garcia, bro. See, Errol Spence gonna decapitate him. Terence Crawford gonna do a Floyd Mayweather. He gonna ruin that motherfucker in the ring. He gonna soften him up. He gonna make him look like a fool. He gonna play with him like he his son. And then he gonna knock him out. Then he gonna knock him out. I wish they would make Mikey and Crawford. I'll pay for that shit. They can make it at a catch weight if Mikey feeling a little scared. Hit the like button. Thanks to Chris White. Appreciate it. I don't understand why you think it's a duck going to the zone. The zone sound World Boxing Fight. That's the biggest fight in boxing right now, just my opinion. It is a duck because who going to the zone to fight these guys? The World Boxing Super Series ain't got shit to do with Eddie Hearn. That's Richard Schaefer's venture on the zone. You know? So who they gonna fight on the zone? Now, nobody ever asked me that question. Even if he signed Mikey Garcia to the zone, who was he fighting on the zone? Who is he fighting on his own? Who is he fighting? Because a lot of other fighters are already tied to networks. You know, that's the question. Who would he fight? You know, if he go, he go. Like I said, man, like Legendary Boxer, he been bullshitting around talking to Dana White for 6 months, stringing him along. Eddie Hearn hit him with a good number. They said he's still making more with Al Heyman, so he might not. He might really go ahead and fight Errol Spence. So, you know, like I said, it is what it is. Mikey 35-pounder, I don't care about him versus any other 147 they fight. They need to fight each other. True. At the end of the day, who might he gonna fight at 135? Because it ain't gonna be Lomachenko. It ain't gonna be Ray Beltran neither. That's who I was talking about with Mikey and Amateur. I still didn't put Thurman. Team Garcia is not make. Oh yeah, okay. What people don't know. Bud already fucked Mikey up and Tim Bradley, so they know what's up with Bud already. Yeah, they know what's up. Agree, man. Talk about Bud Crawford. That's a good segue, man, to get into Bud Crawford, man. Let's get into Bud Crawford, man. And like I say, man, Terence Crawford upcoming bum bashes, man. I was considering going to Crawford and I guess it's gonna be Jose Benavidez, man. I don't know who. I consider going to Omaha. So that's October 13th. And it depends on Danny and Derevchenko. I got a soft spot for New York. I love going to New York. It's a quick trip. It's a lot of amenities, casinos. Got a couple casinos in Queens. About LaGuardia and JFK Airport. That's where they want to. I mean, they got a lot of shit to do. October for, you know, I would want to see Danny Jacobs versus Derevchenko October 27th. That's probably the fight that I would want to choose to go to, especially since Terence Crawford ain't fighting nobody, man. I'm telling y'all, people say I'm hating. But where am I hating at? We know Crawford ain't fighting Matisse nowadays. Matisse ain't actually gonna fight Pacquiao. He got his money. All right. We know he could. Carlos Adames is an opponent. Carlos Adames, I've never seen him in there with anybody worth a damn. All right. Somebody said Carlos Adames was beating Terence Crawford up in sparring. I don't care about that. All right. Jose Benavidez. Who is the fuck Jose Benavidez ever fought? I heard he fought Mauricio Herrera and damn near lost and should have lost. Okay. Then the Ingus guy that fought last night. Oh, man, come on, man. I don't want to see Crawford and pay my money to go down to Omaha and use the donations y'all been giving me to go see Crawford and Ingus. I already don't want to support Bob Arum, you know, with his crazy self. You know? So, you know, I mean, people telling me I'm hating, but the proof's in the pudding, man. They tried to get Amir Khan versus Crawford. Obviously, Eddie Hearn and Amir Khan didn't like that. They don't play ball with PBC other than John Molina, Felix Diaz, and those were two seaside fighters. You know? So, at the end of the day, unless they could pull a move and get Keith Thurman and get a deal with Keith Thurman going, Crawford is not going to fight nobody upcoming next. He's going to fight the WBO mandatory. Okay? And who else he going to fight? I mean, he's going to fight the WBO, man. And let's go through the 147-pound spreadsheet of rankings, however you say it. All right? I mean, the WBO, the number one guy is this must just a change. Let me see when they updated this. July 5th, this changed, okay? The number one guy in the welterweight contender rankings for Terence Crawford WBO belt is Castillo Clayton. Who knows who Castillo Clayton is, man? Who the fuck is that? It's beyond me who Castillo Clayton is. But let's look at the number one guy. Don't mean he's a mandatory because English fought last night. He's okay. Castillo Clayton from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, Canada, is a boxer who was a 6-time Canadian amateur champion. Okay, he's a Canadian amateur champion. Let's look at Castillo Clayton's resume, man, before I get off of here, man, and a couple other questions. He's 15-0 with 10 knockouts. All right. You know, he enrolled in VADA. He's from Canada. He resides in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. He just went the distance with Stephen Dano, who 14-0-3. He fought another guy, Garbo Kovacs, 28-9. Christian Raphael, whatever, 27-5-2. He fought a former Carlos Ocampo opponent and a former guy that Jaime Maguia stopped in a rematch, and Johnny Nerveta from Mexico. He fought this dude ain't fought no fucking body, man. His resume ain't that bad, but a lot of guys I'm not noticing on here. You know, that's going to be Crawford's. At some point, this dude keep winning. This is going to be Crawford's mandatory. Shout out to EO Rhino. Appreciate the super chat, bro. At some point, bro, like I said, man, people saying I'm lying. I'm not lying. Crawford is not about to fight nobody. Despite people loving the welterweight division, it ain't a lot there. You know? It ain't a lot there. I got to keep saying that, man. So y'all think Castillo Clayton and Ingus Plivikas, I don't know this guy's name, is going to do something for Terence Crawford? I mean, then you got Jesse Vargas ranked number 3 and Adrian Broner ranked number 4. You know, that's your best bet right there for Vargas to become the mandatory or Adrian Broner to become the mandatory. And I don't think Adrian Broner want no smoke with I don't think he want no smoke with Terence Crawford. You know, that's the best fight for Terence Crawford in these rankings is Adrian Broner, as far as clout-wise. And everybody else, man, like I said, I never heard of these guys. Other than Rashidi Alice ranking at number 14, which he's not ready. like I said, that's what Top Rank does, man. No matter if you white, black, green, orange, yellow, unless you Lomachenko, you know, they let Lomachenko get off the leash. They let Lomachenko go to PBC and fight Gary Russell. And remember, Gary Russell hadn't stepped up at that time neither. And, you know, Showtime won the purse bid, and Lomachenko went over there and won a split decision, which probably should have been a unanimous decision, okay? You know, they let him fight Jorge Linares. But when has Top Rank let Terence Crawford fight somebody like Linares or Gary Russell? They haven't. Gamboa missed me with that shit. Gamboa, everybody knew Gamboa wasn't a lightweight. You know, a couple years ago, Gamboa ducked Brandon Rios at lightweight. You know, we know Gamboa ain't no fucking lightweight. But Crawford, it was an impressive performance. Gamboa had the experience and the speed over Crawford. I mean, it was a pick 'em fight for most people. Even Crawford would tell you why this that people in Omaha, Nebraska, was picking against him. So I'm not discrediting him, but I'm just saying, even at 140, he didn't really go out there and beat nobody of note that was really in that class. That like Spence, Danny, Porter, Keith Thurman, you know. Legendary Aaron might call Heyman and beg him for Vargas. That's the only guy Crawford will fight. Bomac and his cherry picking ass will only approve Vargas. Laugh my ass off. I mean, I think they approve Adrian Broner. They know they beat Broner, especially at 147. But Bomac is the manager. He is the chef. You know, he is the coach. So Bomac is everything. You know, he making everything move that way. So I'm not saying that they're approving and disapproving guys, but like I said, Crawford, like I told people, Crawford about to bum bash for quite some time. Quite some time, man. And you know, people say, oh, you hating. I'm not hating. I'm telling you this is what they say. Adames, the English guy, and Carlos and Jose Benavidez. The people trying to blow that Jose Benavidez shit up. They trying to build the Benavidez fight off the little spat they had at the weigh-in, and I guess they had an amateur history. Oh, Benavidez 6'2", and I mean Benavidez, man. He posed to come back and knock the two bums out and fought. But before that, before he got shot, he didn't fight nobody at 140 and 147. I'm not giving Crawford jack shit credit for a Jose Benavidez fight. I'm not giving him credit for that. I'm not giving him credit for Adames. I ain't never seen him fight nobody. And Angus, I ain't never seen him fight nobody. You know? Or I'm not giving him credit for the number one guy at WBO, Castino Clayton, whatever that guy's name is. You know, if they want to make a splash, give me Pacquiao. You know, even though we know they ain't happening. I mean, Danny, Shine, Vargas is doable. Amir Khan, they tried that. He's scared. Yordenis Ugis is straight. You know, Spence, we know that's the fight. Keith Thurman. I mean, that's it. I like Devin, but people didn't like the idea of him fighting Devin. Lamont Peterson is nowhere in these rankings, I don't believe. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I don't see Lamont Peterson. They completely dropped him out of here, man. Who we fight Earl last? Yeah. Lamont Peterson ain't ranked right now. I don't know if he retired or what. He's probably thinking hard about it. So, like I said, man, I'm just saying. I mean, who the fuck is Terence Crawford fighting? You know. Hey, that Verdanger, the dude from India, he fight at 168. The Verdanger Singh House guy, that dude is ranked at 168, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm about to look. I seen him. He was in the World Series of Boxing. Maybe I was wrong. He's ranked at 168 pounds from India. He's number 4 in the WBO. That's 2 weight classes above 147, man. Crawford Spence need to push one of these guys. Yeah, Crawford, Top Rank should overpay Keith Thurman to fight Terence Crawford. They truly believe in him, man. Thurman needs to come back first. Fuck that, man. He fought once in 2017, once in 16. Fuck that tuning up shit. Man, I'm WBA, man. Either you gonna fight somebody that's good, or you gonna give up that belt, man. I'm tired of waiting on niggas to tune up. Oh, he got tuned up. Andrade got tuned up. Keith Thurman got tuned up. Shit, niggas' careers is tune-ups, dog. Tune-ups. Jose say, yo, CJ, so what's the deal with Broner? I never believe that $50 million deal, bro. Going on Famous Athletic in the building. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Bro, I mean, Gervonta Tank Davis said Broner was lying about that shit. Yeah, it was BS, man. It had to be BS because they would have announced it. Dan fat ass Rayfield or Floyd would have been taking the picture with him. Broner got a problem, man. He legitimately needs to be examined before he comes back to the fucking ring, man. He should be done for fighting, dog. He got a problem. You know. But Tank made up with it. What up, D21519? Tank made up with Mayweather. That shit just seemed like a totally different, whole different story between Tank and Mayweather and Broner. That shit seemed like some weird activity. We just gonna say WBA, weird activity. Yeah, Broner not worth $50 million. When they said fire, he said fire $50 million. I wasn't dumb, bro. I wasn't born yesterday. If one no other boxing writers reporting it, or one nobody on here reporting it for real that had a source or had a plug to him, dude, if you see him at the Earl Spence fight when he was on Fred shit, or he was with Ellie, dude look like a fucking. He look like he just lost it, dog. You can just tell somebody. You can just tell and look at somebody when they ain't got the soul or the enthusiasm or the energy they once had. You know, Jeffrey Lopez, a boxing clinic of more. Keith Thurman needs to retire and go hibernate inside his wife's pussy and build a house. I will hibernate inside that pussy, dog. You tripping? I'll build a house, apartment, a whole community inside his wife's pussy. No disrespect, she fine as a motherfucker, man. You know, even Spence and Thurman are not worth 5 fights, $50 million. Exactly. You know, AB looked like he hurt, man. I pray for him. Yeah, we need to pray for him. He like he hurt. You know, he got a twin brother. He got a family. I don't know. Maybe everybody stressing him out. They say more money, more problems. And I think that shit is true. Let me get the money, and I worry about the problems that come with the money. My circle's smaller than small, bro. But yeah, man, like I told you guys to wrap this part up. Terence Crawford ain't fighting nobody, though. Yeah, 6 kids. Maurice Hooker got 8. Maurice Hooker got 8 kids. Maurice Hooker ain't had no choice but to go be Terry Flanagan with 8 kids. Facts, everybody saying they want to fight the best, but nobody want to sign on the dotted line. It's Rasheed Towns. They say it, and then they say it has to make sense, meaning tune-ups and mandatories, exactly. But at the end, Maurice Hooker got 8 kids, bro. I had to go ahead and listen to that telecast again, and then he did an interview with IFL TV. Yeah, he got 8 kids. Maurice Hooker getting it in, man. He can't lose. He can't lose, bro. Yeah, I think Thurman could beat Crawford. That's a difficult fight to call, man. They both got, you know, they got really, really good skill sets, bro. Like I said, people think I hate Crawford, but I only can tell you the truth, man. I can't fake it, man. I only can keep it a buck with you. Like I said, man, he not about to fight nobody. Terence not about to fight nobody, dog. He said that's not get it in. That's destroying lives, man. If he could take care of his 8 kids, he ain't destroying nobody's life, dog. He could take care of them. He said he ain't seen them since January, so he been getting ready for that Flanagan fight and training. So, but if you could take care of your kids, man, you can have 100 of them as long as they all taken care of. I ain't got a problem with you, man. I ain't gonna feel bad for his kids because I don't know how they living though, bro. They probably living good, man. He seemed like a good guy, you know. But like I said, it seemed like everybody thought Tiger Woods was a good guy. How can you take care of 8 kids and have all out? Yes, it's possible. It's possible. I know people, families that have had 10 or 12 kids. You know what I'm saying? My girl, I think she got, man, it seems like she got 10 brothers and sisters. Shit, we've been together 3 years. I'm still meeting brothers and sisters and shit. You know what I'm saying? Probably one of my favorite fighters, but the truth is the next fight ain't on the PBC fight. Yeah, the next few fights ain't on the PBC side, to be honest, famous. The next few fights ain't on the PBC side. You know, I don't see it happening. Like I said, dog, call me negative, and I don't want to be negative, but I don't see Earl Spence and Terence Crawford fighting. I said it from day one. Unless you tell me Bob Arum is not going to be there, and they going to put him in the rehab center, or they going to be doing slow singing and flower bringing, you know, which I don't wish ill will on nobody, including him. Why Bob Arum is there, man? It ain't going to happen, but it'll be interesting once Bob Arum kind of gets out the way, however that happens, how Top Rank operates. That's going to be interesting. I know he lost his son not too long ago as well, too, man. You know, he lost his son. I remember hearing about that. See, Bracy got like a whole bunch of kids. Yeah, he got 8 kids, see? Living testimony. What's going on, Corey Lee? I forgot Bracy had a whole bunch of kids. He said that. Hell yeah. Yeah, 8 kids, dog. Yeah, it could be done. Remember back in the old days, man. Man, people had like 13, 14 brothers and sisters and shit like that. You know? Yeah, we have a huge family, Martin Worldwide. See? I'm scared to have kids right now. Maybe once I get in my mid-20s, I'll be ready for one. Yeah. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no biological kids. 29. I'm straight. Callie and no, it's fake news. I didn't even see Callie in the building. Where Callie at? Okay. No, man, I ain't say it was fake news, man. I ain't say it wasn't even news, man. Kind of like, will he go to the zone after Robbie Jr. fight, man? You will know if I said it. It'll be breaking news. Robbie Jr. Ain't nobody say no fake news, man. Y'all can't read. I didn't say Mikey Garcia going to the zone after Robbie Jr. I said, basically, will he? No surprise, LB, Boxing Clinic and more. What's the excuse you think Crawford is going to say he's fighting all these bums? I mean, Bob Arum, he been begging Bob Arum to fight outside his network. He been begging him. When Grandpa had 17, they were hella poor, but they did it, see? You know? Yeah, Crawford ain't gonna have no excuse but blame Bob Arum. Bob Arum, he got the control of the media, so Terence Crawford ain't gotta say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford ain't gotta say nothing. You know, he just like Anthony Johnson. Just ride the wave, you know. You ain't gotta answer no question. Bob gonna handle every media related question they got. Seriously, he ain't gotta say shit. Bob Arum ain't gotta say shit. I mean, Crawford ain't gotta say shit. If Crawford don't say shit stupid, the media ain't gonna say shit about it. Errol Spence can be fighting all the great fighters. Keith Thurman fight the great fighters. Bob Arum has massive control over. He has massive control over. Dr. Cali for the super chat. You know, Bob Arum has massive control over the media, man. It's something like what Eddie Hearn is doing now. Eddie Hearn is a good, smiling, grinning dude with his fake ass penny loafers on and shit as well. But if you missed the first half of the video, we talked about, you know, basically could Mikey go to the zone after Easter. I don't have that many characters to write in the damn title. So take it how y'all take it. I never put fake news out there, clickbait. Never. You know, I know if I put some shit in there, the link gonna be in the description on that hoe. But like I said, if he do go to that bitch, man, I ain't mad at him because he ain't fighting nobody regardless. He ain't move. I don't believe he fighting Errol Spence. He ain't fighting no damn Errol Spence. PBC doesn't do too many media diners and lunches like Top Rank and Eddie. That's why, yeah, you're right. You know, they have media days, but they don't do enough of them. You know, they do. They don't do enough of them. You'll see them here and there, but hey, that's right. They don't do a lot of media days and lunches and shit. I don't know why, but maybe that's just a Top Rank thing. But let's get into the end of this video, man, and talk about that shit that the clown ass motherfucker said, man. Hold on, give me a minute. Then maybe we could do another live stream later with Callie and a couple other people if they want to come on. Let me get a minute. I'm gonna talk about Vanes Monterosian, man. You know, he out here buck dancing for Triple G. You know what? They didn't put him in marketing. They didn't put him in Triple G marketing team. You know, Vanes Monterosian, the marketing genius for Triple G team, the PR team, man, the PR reps. We did a live stream earlier. If you didn't hear, we going in on Triple G again yesterday and earlier. I guess Canelo said something first. Yes, I did see the fight in May. Canelo said about the Golovkin and Canelo fight. Of course, I would. He's the opponent that I have at hand. That's my job to watch him. As far as what I thought about the fight, you can't call that a fight. You have no opponent. That's not my level of opponent. I didn't pay attention as far as that being a fight. All right, so I guess Vanes Monterosian was provoked. All right. He said, all right, let's make this shit clear. This is Vanes right here. About Canelo, him and his team been talking shit about me. I'm a fighter. I don't respect Canelo. I'm responding to his comment made by his team about me. So hater, fuck off. So he was responding to Canelo, but this is the I guess the initial response to Canelo. Canelo, you a bitch. You run the whole fight and cry like a bitch that you won. Then take roids for a rematch. I fight 2 week notice. Show up to the fight like a man clean. You know me. See Canelo out here running his mouth to Vanes, man. You know, at the end of the day, Vaness had to defend himself. Canelo he's in no position to be talking shit even about Vaness Matrosian as a fighter. Even Vaness that was sitting on his couch for 2 years, who lost 2 of his last 3 fights, getting a Triple G fight, he in no position to talk shit about Vaness. This is the same guy that was looking like the Incredible Hulk for the first Triple G fight. It's the same guy that got caught with the clenbuterol in his ass. And the reason they caught him is because that was the first time Vada had ever went to Mexico to test Canelo Alvarez. They usually wait till you get to the United States and train and test him for a fight. But that lets you know once again, the WBC Vada 365 drug testing is not all year round. They only test these fighters before the fight. You're coming up towards the training camp. You know? So that's just something to say. I mean, at the end of the day, Vaness had to respond. He had to defend his family name at that point, dog. Yeah, I know. You tired of motherfuckers calling you a bum. You've been called a bum ever since this fight came up with Triple G. You know, it ain't your fault. You ain't gonna turn down $250,000 to fight nobody. You've been on the couch for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna turn down $250,000, dog. You know, so I ain't mad at him. It ain't his fault that he got chose. He took an opportunity. But Canelo Alvarez should be the last motherfucker talking about, you know, who doing right, who doing wrong, who doing this in the sport of boxing. Come on, let's keep it funky. Let's keep it a buck, man. Canelo Alvarez better focus on that knee being healthy. He better focus on whatever he put in his ass right now. If he all natural, he's skinny as hell right now. His traps, his delts, his arms, his chest, his stomach was swole. He had 8-pack, and I ain't even never seen him have an 8-pack before. Even at 154 when he was 6 pounds lighter, you know. Even when he was 152 fighting Floyd. Right now, he shouldn't be in the midst of no boxing beef. He shouldn't have an opinion on no other boxer in the sport of boxing other than himself and Triple G coming into this fight. I don't care about a hair test. I don't care what nothing say. You know, and this is the moment of truth. If Canelo can beat Triple G, which I ain't really talking about that shit like that, he could beat him. He can salvage his reputation. But if he go in there and do anything short of the performance he did last time, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. He said Ocampo was pound for pound for a few days. Hell no. Ocampo was a mandatory. See, look here, man. See, y'all Hispanic motherfuckers always got jokes. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all motherfucking don't know shit about boxing. That's a mandatory. Where was y'all at when Triple G was fighting Dominic Wade as a mandatory? See, Triple G chose to fight. He chose to fight Vaness Matrosian. A motherfucker that was on his couch for 2 years and lost 2 of his last 3 fights. Ocampo was undefeated, like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Like it or not, he was undefeated. A mandatory. Triple G ducked his mandatory in Sergey Derevchenko. A guy with 12 fucking fights. Way more or less fights than motherfucking Carlos Ocampo. And Triple G swerved him like the fucking plague. Triple G was trying to dig in the depths of Mexican garbage and try to cherry pick Jaime Munguia. And thank God that the trap motherfuckers saved him in Mexico. And the hardworking guys like fucking Chavez Sr. said, oh, Munguia not ready. Nacho said, Munguia not ready. He saved him. Because Munguia might have put some fire on Triple G ass that night. You know what I'm saying? All you motherfuckers want to say, oh, you know, Earl fought Ocampo. What about when Triple G fought Vaness? That wasn't even a mandatory. Canelo, for every fucking Ocampo Earl Spence fought, Canelo fought fucking a junior lightweight, a junior welterweight. You know what I'm saying? He fought fucking Josito Lopez, excuse me. He fought Matthew Haddon at a catchweight for his first belt. Who fights for at a catchweight for their first title, bro? Ryan Rhodes. Man, come on, man. Alfonso Gomez. He fought Amir Khan for the WC middleweight champion, lineal championship of the world. He fought Amir Khan, a motherfucker who barely even fought at welterweight, who known for getting knocked out. It took him six rounds to knock out Amir Khan. 6 rounds. 6 rounds. You know what I'm saying? 6 rounds to knock out Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? 6 rounds. But you can't compare Earl Spence fighting a Mandatory Ocampo to Triple G fighting a nigga that was on his couch at a weight class below him. Triple G fought a guy that was a 154-pounder who ain't never knocked out shit. He dropped on drive. That was it. The motherfucker couldn't punch. He lost 2 of his last 3 fights. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, get the fuck up out of here, man. You know. Yeah, he might have won Corey Lee. Like, get the fuck up out of here, Eric Rojas. Who the fuck is Eric Rojas? Get the fuck up out of here with that bullshit. Fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers always trying to compare apples to oranges and motherfucking crack to fucking weed or some shit. Y'all motherfuckers. Fuck up. I thought Canelo beat Triple G too. And he stunned Triple G. See, I ain't seen the fight. I heard he stunned Triple G. Jaime Munguia might have fucked him up like Corey Lee Boxing. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Corey Lee Boxing, man. And the homie Black Horseman Promotion, the Cali Enigma. Let me know if y'all want to go on a little bit later. I got time today. I got time all Sunday. You know, all day, man. I'm going to give y'all some new wrenches when I go live in a minute. I'm just too fucking lazy to grab my shit. Jose egging them on. Look at Jose. Fucking with you, Jose. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. You know, Vanez, I didn't know Vanez was truly defending himself, man. Like I said, Triple G shouldn't have a fucking, I mean, Canelo shouldn't have an opinion on nothing, dog. Nothing. Canelo shouldn't have an opinion, dog. This nigga cheated the game. And then he got suspended for 6 months without a fine and without a random drug testing. You know? Oh, y'all got you, bro. Make sure you, I'll give out wrenches right now. Let me give out some wrenches, dog. We got some. I'm not even on my computer in the chat, but yeah, man. Appreciate everybody up in here, but man, make sure y'all go check out Blue Blood Sports, man. And make sure y'all go donate to the homie Blue Blood Sports, man, for real. Whatever you got set up. So on July 27th, I believe he's gonna be there interviewing. I think he's gonna be there interviewing Eddie Hearn when they unveil the zone. July 17th, he gonna be there. So y'all want to support Blue Blood Sports, go over there and see what he got going on. He put his own money up. Like, we go to these fights and you know, guys getting these interviews, and that's networking. Corey Lee had Swift Jared Hurd trainer on, and he went down to the weigh-ins, and I guess he formed a relationship with a lot of guys. He had an interview with Steven Espinoza and Gary Russell, I believe he had an interview with. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, motherfuckers out here putting up their own money, and Corey don't even monetize, so he putting his own bread up. So y'all go support all these dudes out here that's getting these interviews and going to these fights. That's what the donation's for, man. You know, creative control. Like I told y'all, YouTube, if you missed it, YouTube cut a lot of the funding, man. For every 1,000 streams used to be worth $100. I don't think it's even worth half of that no more. You know? So, you know, whatever we got set up, man, support us, man. If y'all really want that, to me to travel, go to more of these fights, man, continue to donate. Super Chat, I prefer to PayPal because Super Chat take taxes out. You know, but it is what it is. I get it how I live. And y'all want interviews, let me know. You know, we can do interviews. Me and Colossal Sports TV used to knock them out all the time. So if y'all want interviews, y'all want to interview certain fighters, let me know. You know what I'm saying? And I can deliver, you know, whatever y'all want to deliver and continue to share the content. Like I said, man, continue to subscribe, man. For real, man, we can make it happen, dog. You know, but I'm going to need y'all support, man. I'm going to need a lot of y'all support with the donations and with the subscriptions. And if you can't donate, share the videos to somebody, your mama, your auntie, your grandma, your daddy, I don't care who it is, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you know, because that's how you get paid with the views and you watching the ads and stuff of that nature. And YouTube is trying to censor, or somebody's trying to censor a lot of the dudes in the boxing community, LDBC, YTBC. They're trying to censor us, turn our notifications off, you know, trying to demonetize our video. So at the end of the day, I mean, I got a Patreon account. I'm going to finish dusting that up. If y'all want real raw X-rated content, man, I'm gonna have a lot of real raw X-rated content that I can't put out on here, you know. But like I said, you know, the support, man, like I said, y'all donate, y'all keep sharing the videos, and my views keep going up. I do interviews again, man, and they really, really good interviews, man. You know, I go to these fights and interview these fighters, man. But I appreciate everybody, man. And once again, shout out to Blood Boxing Returns, Curtis Anderson, and Fanon International Boxing Channel, Marlowe's Corner as well. All, you know, they all did the Blood Boxing actually did he does documentaries, man, and they did the part 2 of the Heavyweight Summer 2018. So I want y'all to go over there and subscribe to Blood Boxing Return, the OG, and he got a great thing going with these documentaries, and Fanon and Curtis Anderson. I mean, Curtis Anderson, man, is a gem, man. Curtis Anderson, Kurt Sugar, man. He know a lot about boxing, man. His boxing IQ is off the chain, man. Here go the documentary link right here, man. Here go the documentary link right there. The Blood Boxing Return documentary, man. Y'all go subscribe and check out. The documentary is on point, man. He put a lot of good blood, sweat, and tears in that documentary as well. And if y'all into college football and college basketball, me and Cali Edema and Colossal Sports TV, this is the link to our new college sports page. As soon as the season gets started, we're gonna put a lot of work in. Here go the link to our college sports page, college basketball, football. Doctor Clinic, WC, much love. Appreciate it, Nazine and Dream. But appreciate everybody, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Corey Lee Boxing Talk, Corey Lee Boxing, Cali Enigma, Famous Athletics, Blood Boxing Returns, OG 7A Sports and Blood, Phenom International Boxing Channel, Marlowe's Corner. Hopefully I ain't missed nobody, man. Shit. Hopefully I ain't missed nobody, bro. Would Be More TV. Shout out to that homie. And also the homie Moni Brown TV. We buried the hatchet. Me and Moni, we spoke. So, hopefully one day we can collab and do a video as well. So, shout out to the homie Moni Brown TV. Much respect, much love to him, man. It's best not to beef, man. The beef ain't good for business, and he doing his thing, and I'm gonna continue to do my thing. Shout out to the brother Colossal Sports TV, man, as well. Y'all go over there and check out Colossal Sports TV. I put his link into the description. Y'all know where to find him at, man. So I'm gonna come back and possibly, we squashed it, bro. We squashed it the other day. Me and Moni Brown, we cool. I'm gonna come back and probably do a live stream if Corey Lee, you want to come on a little bit later. Cali, I'll get in touch with Cali, see what Fame is doing. Shout out to BX, shout out to New York City, shout out to DMV. I chew Eddie Hearn ass to fuck up, bro. I'll take an Eddie Hearn interview. My ultimate interview was Al Heyman, man. Because that's worth millions. That's worth at least 100,000, man. Oh yeah, Time for Power. I don't watch Power, man. I gotta binge watch, man. Because when I first started watching Power, the acting sucked. The Ghost was the only guy that can act. But I heard it got better, so I'm gonna start binge watching that, man. So I'm gonna do a live stream later. I'm gonna get in touch with him. I'm about to go make my daughter walk my dog. Go pick my girl up, but I'm about to go ahead and log off. Shout out to Quincy Pinola as well too. I do. If y'all want it, I do a Regis Progress breakdown. A dude from Argentina he fight, man. That's why. Yeah, Al don't talk. That's where his strength is. Yeah, but if you can get that interview, hey, that's worth money, bro. But I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well. Those links in the description. If you want to DM me video requests, or you want to check out some of the work we got going on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. I'm about to expand the work from fantasy fights and memes to other stuff of that nature there as well. I might drop some exclusive content on Facebook and Instagram TV coming real soon. Also, I'm going to continue to build the Patreon page for y'all guys that want to continue to donate to the Patreon and get that raw content. He said, Curly, I just made a video on Tyson Boxing Clinic breaking news. He said, Tyson Boxing. Let me see what he's talking about real quick. I'm going to go check that out, man. My phone on some bullshit. Let me see. See, I already cut my subscriptions down too, man. I cut the number of people I was subscribed to down, man, so I can really get that shit. When you first get on YouTube, you subscribe to every little bit of everybody, man. You don't know who is who. And shout out to Sister Beverly Rose as well. World Breaker Fighting. Y'all go make sure y'all check out World Breaker Fighting as well. My man's on the grind. Corey Lee Boxing. I seen that. Corey, he worked at number 7. He got 90 days to enter the Vada Drug Toucher program. Him and Fury. Shout out to Black Horseman Promotions as well too. I seen an interview with Joshua Greer. So actually to get off before I get off, they actually can order Luis Ortiz versus Tyson Fury, but Deontay Wilder's next mandatory if you look through the rankings, because Tony Bellew not gonna fight Luis Ortiz, Dylan White not gonna fight him, Brazil about to get his shot. So legitimately, if Tyson Fury wants to be Deontay Wilder's mandatory and truly want to fight Luis Ortiz when he's ready, the fight's there, especially with Luis Ortiz tuning up. And if Luis Ortiz looked terrible in his tune-up versus Hanks, you might can get that fight as well. I'm going to go ahead and log off. But shout out to everybody out there. And don't forget, one time for the one time, Real Trail Boxing Talk. I got some other stuff coming other than boxing as well later on today. We gone.